Turn on, you see a little green thing. They said like, come on.
Brittany, board member, from what I was told. Oh, it's nothing better than a good out of place calm down.
And we're supposed to give her Randy, give Randy Shea her email address.
Wait, what?
Yes. Yeah,
We're supposed to give you Randy, we're supposed to give Randy Shea your personal email
Yeah,
address.
right. He listen. Me and Randy don't talk. No,
I have it. It's not fun.
That's Jack?
Here, yeah, man, where it is.
Jack, you want to do a test? Oh, I think
You want to test,
you want.
Jack?
Yeah. Oh my God! Finally.
I can't wait for announcements. It's going to be different.
You can hear
Okay,
us.
I'd like to call to order the meeting of Monday, March 10th, 2025. I ask all who have not signed in, please do so. Turn off all cell phones and other electronic. Conduct any private conversations in the hallway or outside. This meeting room is equipped with new hearing assistance. I actually have just switched on. I actually have just switched on for the very first time, and it does work. So emergency exits can be found to your right and to your left. This meeting is also live streamed via YouTube. At this time, if you please join me in a salute to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, I can tell you it's a bit of an experience right now, but through the microphones I can hear well. I want to start off by certainly the only announcement I do want to glad to see Councilwoman Ogra is with us. We want to extend our congratulations to both her and her husband Chris on the birth of their daughter Chloe.
Thank you.
Meeting minutes for your consideration, February the 26th Town Board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Manifest number 5. First of all, we have Deputy Town Clerk Brittany Pender here with us this evening. Karen is in the bullpen, sitting, keeping Mr. Nankin company. So welcome, Brittany. Karen, good to see you as well. Brittany, we'll ask you to introduce manifest number 5, please.
Manifest number 5 for 2025 in the amount of $687,176.07 has been reviewed by the Victortown Board with the following accounts charged: General Townwide, General Outside Village, Highway Townwide, the lighting districts of Fishers, Brookwood Meadows, High Point, Cobblestone, Quail Ridge, Rolling Meadows, Stone Lee, and Legacy at the Fairways, Trust and Agency.
Thank you very much, Brittany. Now, up on the big screen, we have tonight's top 20, or whatever it may be, but these are expenditures that are in the range of or exceed $5,000, starting with American Rock Salt. Next is payment to Barclay Damon. There are chargebacks on this invoice. Total cost of the towns following the chargebacks, $737.50. Payment to Dan Hurley for hauling salt. This is the special emergency salt we acquired out of the Albany area from Appalachia. Integrated Systems payment, Isaac Heating, Lewis Tire Services, Northern Highway Supply, New York State Comptroller, January court fees, payment to RG&E, payment to Saxby Implement for the tractor for Parks and Rec. This is a Kubota tractor. Payment to Tenco Industries, highway truck repairs, and the payment to Tracy Equipment for the purchase of 3 highway trucks. Two of them are 2025 Western Star, and one is a 2025 Freightliner. This evening, the total of the above-mentioned expenditures is $651,465.25. Total town expenditures minus the previously mentioned expenditures equals $35,710.82. Any questions on this evening's abstract? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to approve the payments.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Privilege of the floor this evening. We have our Stormwater Program Manager, Mr. Will Elmbridge. To the podium, sir.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Will Elmbridge, the Stormwater Program Manager for the Town of Victor. On March 4th, you received a copy of the draft MS4 annual report to the DEC for the Town of Victor for the reporting period of January 3rd, 2024 through January 2nd, 2025. The draft report is available for public comment on the town website until March 21st. If you have reviewed the draft annual report, you saw that there are many answers that are not applicable due to an item not being due until years 2 through 5 from the effective date of coverage of the new permit. Although we've made significant progress towards achieving these measurable goals, the new annual report format doesn't really allow much space to describe where we stand on future required accomplishments, but rest assured we are making progress towards those goals. The DEC MS4 Municipal Separate Storm Sewer System permit requirements are divided up into 6 minimum control measures. I'm here tonight to give you an update on the Town of Victor's MS4 program from the last year, highlighting each minimum control measure. MCM1 addresses public education and outreach on the impacts of stormwater. To fulfill this requirement, the town had a stormwater educational booth at the Climb Aboard Victor event and at the Victor Central School Environmental Expo. I worked with the Ontario Wayne Stormwater Coalition Graphic Design Committee to help design a new stormwater educational board, one of which you can see in the back over there. I had numerous direct contacts with residents concerning stormwater and drainage via phone calls and in the field meetings. And I also wrote a stormwater update article for the fall 2024 edition of the Victor Voice. Minimum Control Measure 2 addresses public involvement and participation. To fulfill this requirement, a copy of the draft annual report has been posted to the town's website for public review and comment. A copy was also sent to the Ontario Wayne Stormwater Coalition to be posted alongside other municipal members' reports on the Stormwater Coalition website. Hard copies of the draft annual report have been posted in the Planning and Building Office, the Recycle Center office, and at the library. The Town of Victor Stormwater Management Program Plan is also posted on the town website for public review and comment, and a hard copy is located in my office and is available upon request. MCM3 addresses illicit discharge and detection and elimination. To fulfill this requirement, I inspected 43 pond outfalls, which is approximately half of the total town-owned pond outfalls in the DIA. All these have to be inspected within a 5-year period, and I will continue inspecting approximately 20% of the remaining outfalls per year moving forward to accomplish that. With the help of Ontario County Soil and Water, all highway, parks, code enforcement employees received illicit discharge detection and elimination training this year. And I intend to work with Labella to build an ArcGIS online-based dashboard, which will help track and inspections and maintenance needs, as well as potential illicit discharges. MCM4 addresses construction stormwater management. During this period, the town had 26 active construction sites with SWIP coverage. Enforcing erosion and sediment control on these sites is constant all year through inspections by myself and Craig Cummings and communications with the developers. This year, I sent 35 friendly letter emails for enforcement and issued 3 notices of violation. This last reporting period, 6 employees received an New York State DEC endorsed 4-hour erosion and sediment control training provided by Ontario Soil and Water Conservation District, which is renewed every 3 years. MCM5 addresses post-construction stormwater management. Highway Department staff performed 52 drainage infrastructure maintenance projects and 13 stormwater facility maintenance projects within the DIA during this reporting period. 6 additional stormwater facility maintenance projects included more intensive remedial work that we went back to. During this reporting period, were sent out during this reporting period, letters were sent out to property owners who have stormwater facilities that they are responsible for inspecting and maintaining. This is done once every 3 years, and we received approximately 100 inspection reports and tracked maintenance on approximately 60 of those stormwater management facilities. MCM 6 addresses pollution prevention and good housekeeping for municipal operations. With LaBella's help, the SWIP document for 60 Rawson Road was reviewed and updated. This document is a written stormwater pollution prevention plan for that facility. And LaBella also developed a separate SPCC plan for this facility, which is required for MSGP permit coverage, which we are applying for. Per DEC requirement, the town continues to hire LaBella to lab test the 2 outfalls coming from 60 Rawson Road into the village stormwater sewer system twice per year. In this reporting period, 73 catch basins were inspected, and required maintenance and cleaning was performed on the catch basins as needed. The Town of Victor's MS4 program requires a team effort from the Planning and Building Department, Highway Department, Town Engineer, and Town Attorney, and I can't thank them all enough for their effort and support. If there's no other questions, or no questions, thank you for your time.
Actually, a couple of them. So under control measure number 1, regarding the pump station 19 at the mall, which the cooking grease, I know Keith had mentioned that he recently, and you might have been with him, recently opened it last week, and
Yes.
it's not nothing you want to see before you have a meal,
Absolutely not.
by any means. And I know there's probably a dozen different restaurants within the mall. How do we control this? Any thoughts? And who is so the fire marshal does the education piece. Who's in the enforcement? Is it the Farmington Sewer District, or is it?
I'm not exactly sure where enforcement would lie. The best way to improve the situation is really education of the owners and making sure that maintenance is done on their oil water separators that are in their respective businesses. So I'm not really sure where enforcement would lie.
Under number 5, former town board member Dave Tantillo, if he was in attendance tonight, he'd probably be giving you a standing O, our highway superintendent, and Keith as well, because certainly during his time here, this was something that he really visualized could happen, and I'm happy. I know Jason spends a lot of time on a piece of equipment
Absolutely.
doing this drainage project, so it sounds like I think we have something that's really above and beyond with any other community, maybe within this county's doing. So hats off and kudos to everyone. So, Will, thank you very much. This is a very nice detailed report. This is a draft report, and then I would assume after this evening, it then would become a final
So
upon
it is-
signatures. How does this work?
It goes out to public comment for a certain period. If we receive any public comment on this document, then we can amend it as needed. And then it will be due April 1st is the new report due date to the
Okay.
DEC, and it'll have to be finally signed and finalized.
Okay.
Yep.
Does anyone else have any questions for Will?
I just wanted to say that, I think when you're on the outside looking in, no one pays attention to any of this, right? I mean, it's just you live in the town and you realize that Victor is the shape of a V with our stormwater and those issues. I was wondering how many comments, if any, M2 generated online, if people comment.
We haven't received any. It's not necessarily a document that people are very excited to read.
No, I get that, but I appreciate all your efforts, and I think that, the last 3 or 4 years, we've gotten a good handle on it, and I think, Will, I think you're doing a great job, and keep up the good work, so.
Thank you. Anything else?
Anyone else? Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Okay, public comment. We'll start with Susie and see if there's anyone on. Okay, no comments. Opportunity for members of the public to address the town board. Okay, moving to reports of town officials. There was a report from our Planning and Building Department, appreciate the update very much, Keith, and your team, very busy. There's no questions for the Planning and Building report. I will then move into a couple comments that I have. So tonight in the abstract, we mentioned the payment to Appalachia in the Albany area and for the hauling from having the salt hauled here. In addition, the county is under an emergency order from the chairman of the board. We are now have the opportunity to acquire salt from Morton Salt out of Hamilton, Ontario. And I know our highway superintendent's working with the Canandaigua Highway Superintendent and working with the county to see that all municipalities get additional salt if need be. I do want to mention again, I failed to do it at the last meeting, but the Service Awards Luncheon that was held a couple of weeks ago, it's a fabulous program. I really look forward to it annually and enjoy being involved with it. This past year, we recognized 13 employees with a total of 160 years of service with the town. And this past Friday, I had the opportunity to catch up with Chad Brown, 20 years, and Kurt Dillman with 15 years at the highway facility. And tomorrow, I'm going over to the courts to catch up with Tamara Vienna as well. If you get this on your calendar, March 18th here in the main meeting room at 10:30 in the morning, we will have a Vietnam Veterans ceremony in this, again, in the main meeting room. Congressman Morelli will be presenting Vietnam veteran lapel pins to living veterans. It's my understanding, I think through post 9/31, I think we have about 15 or 16 veterans they're hoping to recognize next Tuesday. In your mailboxes, everyone should have had a copy of the February Enhanced Law Enforcement Report, the January Victor Fire District Monthly Report, a copy of the February Victor Farmington Volunteer Ambulance Report, a copy of the presentation on electric capacity in our region. RG&E and NISEC very much aware of the situation. Unfortunately, where we hear where the request for developers to make contributions, I don't think that's going to go away anytime in the near future, unfortunately. There was a news release from Ontario County on employment trends, as well as an invitation to the 2025 Annual Awards Banquet from the Ontario County Safety Council. The final item in your mailbox was a media release from Ontario County on an emergency management survey on community preparedness. And just on the way in, I handed you the letter of resignation from the Fishers Fire Chief as well. So I'm not sure what the district's plans are at this point. They do have a volunteer chief. I would assume that he was probably taking charge until they could decide what the next step is for that fire district. So that's all I have. Town board members, do you have any committees you'd like to report on? Okay. We'll move to the resolutions then. Resolution number 1 out of the Human Resource Department is the appointment of Trevor Knapp to motor equipment operator.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 2 is the appointment of Annalise Sullivan to motor equipment operator.
Moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Number 3 is acceptance of retirement of Victor Gaspar.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I would like to, I had the opportunity to recognize Victor at the annual Employee Service Awards ceremony a few weeks ago. In addition, we wish to thank Victor for all his best in his new adventures and thanks him for his years of dedicated service to both the employees and the residents of the town. He also had a business on Main Street in the village for a number of years as well. So, all those in favor?
Aye.
Moving to number 4, authorization for the highway superintendent to purchase a tire changer and wheel balancer. And this would be with Napa Honeoye in Napa, the Honeoye Falls Auto Supplier.
Moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Out of the Parks and Rec Department, number 5, agreement with Aaron Henby.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Number stick, Steve Grills. These are, a number of these are for the bands that Brian has chosen to utilize this coming spring and
So
summer.
moved.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 7, Tom Mahoney.
So
Agreement.
moved.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
You good? Okay. Number 8, agreement with Anthony Blood.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Number 9, and this would be a request for liability for these 4 service contracts we just awarded.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And number 10, authorization to enter into an agreement with Bayer Landscaping for Harlan Fisher Park Phase 2.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 11, approval of acquisition of an easement from Monroe County Water Authority.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Public comments. Susie. No public comments? Anyone within, Mr. Nankin, you good? Okay. I want to give you that courtesy, sir. At this time, I do request a motion to go in executive session. This would be under rule number 2, financial employment history leading to possible appointment. There'll be no town board action coming out of that, just an adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, and it'll just be the town board members only. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.